Hello guys, welcome to today's video. In this video today, we'll be discussing an important concept in the field of project management, which is project triple constraint. The concept of project triple constraint can be very important when you are solving scenario-based question from the topics of change management or earned value management in your PMP or CAPM exam. So if you are planning for your PMP certification or your CAPM certification anytime soon, this lecture will be very important for you. Also, before we start guys, this lecture on project triple constraint is a snapshot from my full course on earned value management, which is available on Udemy. So after watching today's video, if you're interested to learn more about project triple constraint or learn about the earned value management topic, I would definitely recommend you to check out the entire course available on Udemy. I will provide the link in the description section of this video. So let's get started. In this lecture, we would learn a very important concept called project baselining and what is meant by the term triple constraint in project management. But before we start, try to answer this question. Ruby has scored 30 in maths exam. Is it a good score or a bad score? Yes, no, maybe? As you might have rightly identified, we need a base to compare or judge the performance of Ruby, right? So if it was like a 30 out of 30, it's a good score. But if it was like a 30 out of a 50, is it a bad score? Well, we can't entirely say that, right? And let's understand why is that. See, even if it's a score of 30 out of 50, we cannot say whether it's a good score or a bad score. If you see this statement, which is the highest score of the class with 100 students was 30 out of 50, then Ruby's score is a fabulous score, right? Ruby has topped in the class. However, if we have this data point, which is the highest score of the class with 100 students was 50 out of 50, then we can surely say that the score of Ruby is a bad score. See, the whole point of this exercise is to help you understand that to infer if something is good or bad or if something is high or low, we need a base to compare, right? This 50 as a base here or these two statements provides a measure or a baseline to evaluate the performance of Ruby, okay? So I hope you understand that. So the learning is to compare anything, we need a base to compare, and in projects, this base is called a baseline. So what is project baselining, guys? Baselining is nothing but the initially approved scope, cost, and schedule of a project which everyone has aligned to deliver a specific quality. Okay, so the red letter word here is approved. Until the scope, schedule, and cost of a project is approved by your senior management, you cannot say that the project has been baselined. Now, of course, there can be other baselines such as resource baseline, communication baseline, etc. But these three parameters of scope, cost, and schedule are the three most critical parameters that impact the final quality or let's say the delivery of a project. Now, in the current condition, after the project has started, if we see that X, Y, and Z, let's say cost, scope, and schedule are changing, let's say cost is increased by beta, scope is increased by phi, schedule is increased by theta, this will obviously mean that the quality of the project will change, okay? Now, this can be good, fair, or bad based on the values of theta, beta, or phi, okay? So to summarize, a baseline in project management is a clearly defined starting point for your project plan. It is a fixed reference point to measure and compare your project's progress, which allows you to assess the performance of your project over time. And when we talk of baseline, we primarily refer to cost baseline, schedule baseline, and scope baseline. And these three together constitutes the project triple constraint. Imagine that this triangle which you see here is balancing on these three parameters, okay? So you see the fulcrums at each of the vertices of the triangle. So any changes on one of these fulcrums will affect the other two, okay? And it will definitely affect the final delivery or quality of the project. And your job as a project manager is to maintain this balance as precisely as possible throughout the project. So that is the whole concept of the project triple constraint. So triple in terms of numbers means cost, scope and schedule. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have found the video useful, please make sure you press the like button, and I will see you soon again in another video like this on this channel. Bye bye and have a nice day.